Hello and welcome to the second part of Tarot by the Moon. I've come back, second week. Thank you all so much for joining in last week, and thank you for all the beautiful comments, all the beautiful energy. I've had some lovely comments left in the box below on here. I've had messages coming in through all types of media of support and love, and it has been fantastic, and thank you so much. And I'm so happy that this has helped somebody or resonated and all of those things. And so I'm back. It's another week, it's another turn of the moon. What's going on this week? This week we're in the waxing crescent half of the moon. I think it actually turns into half moon tonight. The moon is actually in Scorpio at the minute, even though we're still in Leo season. That's because the sun actually stays in each sign for 30 days, but the moon changes every around about 2.5 days, so it covers the whole 12 signs within around about 28 days. So yeah, we're still in the Leo season, but the moon is waxing in Scorpio right now for the next couple of days. It's a very intense energy. I've been meditating with that. I felt a lot of activity in the root chakra and in the sacral chakra, and then later on I looked it up and discovered that the moon was moving into Scorpio, and that sort of made perfect sense to me. It's I want to say it's a very deep dive, Scorpio. So if you've been feeling a little bit that way, a little bit deep, a little bit moody, a little bit reflective, maybe looking back over past things and picking past things and sort of looking at things like that, that'll be quite natural with the energies we're in at the minute. There feels like with the root chakra as well, there's very much a need to stay grounded. It's about nourishing yourself, it's about resting properly. And yeah, Scorpio, yeah, it's about reflection, and yes, that's very useful. Yes, we get a lot of work done in reflection, but also it's not about sort of staying there and wallowing there. It's sort of reflecting. It's asking you to sort of reflect, and at the same time understand that some things in your life may never have an answer. You know, mystery, endings. Scorpio rules death and rebirth, all of those things. So just to understand that, yeah, there's all these things to reflect on, as some of them we may never have an answer to. That's the mystery, but it's all a necessary ending and rebirth cycle. So there's very much a need to stay grounded and to nourish yourself properly. And it was no surprise to me that I felt quite a lot of energy around those chakras, and then found out that the moon was the Scorpio. I'm so glad you're here with me. I just want to say that this is as much a journey for me as it is for anyone else. I feel like we're on it together. I'm actually learning more as I go along. All of these things I sort of think about and work with anyway, but now to be able to put them all together in one package and to share them with you lot is just fantastic. So literally we're together on this. We're all together on this journey, and hopefully we can grow and develop and find some interesting insights as we go along. I welcome all feedback as well. One of my friends suggested to me that I do a top down angle on the tarot cards, which is a fantastic suggestion, and thank you so much. I've tried various different things. The trouble is I'm just using a laptop at the minute. Okay, so until I can sort of get a bit of a better camera and everything, I've played about with a few different angles yesterday just to see, and for now this is the best one that I can come up with. But I will please continue to give me feedback on any aspect of this channel, and thank you so much, because literally I'm just trying to do this all by myself, apart from you guys. So what else was I going to mention to you? Oh yeah, so I'm not the most techie person either, so I did a Facebook page to link to this. I literally found it quite hard work setting all of this and that up, but I got there. But one thing I will say is on the Facebook page it says that I'm an astrologist and a psychic, and I would just like to verify that I'm not actually a qualified astrologist in any sense. I have a knowledge of astrology, I work with astrology, but I'm not qualified in any sense. It's just that Facebook only gave me that option to put on there, and I had to tick something, and it was the only one that was close to what it's about. So I hope you understand, because I wouldn't want to mislead people and things like that. Yeah, once again, please don't give any money over on this channel, because that will be a scam. Please be careful there. And just thank you to everyone. Yeah, thank you to everyone who's back here with me today. I'm gonna begin now. I think that was around about it all. Yeah, I'm going to begin now. This is the energy we're going into anyway with the Scorpio energy, okay? Worth bearing in mind as well, it's only staying in this sort of energy for the next, I think it's today and tomorrow, and then it's changing to Sagittarius. So as I explained, the moon changes into signs every couple of days, but the sun stays there, the whole Leo thing. So it's sun's in Leo, moon's in Scorpio, and then the day after tomorrow it's changing to Sagittarius, fire sign. Sagittarius is like one of the more light-hearted energies, especially of the fire signs. Literally, I can't help thinking about Sagittarius without thinking of like comedy, fun, light-hearted, spontaneity, adventure. So the energy will shift. You'll find in the next couple of days we'll all start to be feeling a little bit more light-hearted after all of this heavy Scorpio energy, which is beautiful as it is. Like I say, I think emotionally it's a very deep dive, Scorpio, yeah, so bear that in mind with your beautiful selves. Okay, I'm just going to start with my mission statement, because it just helps me get in the frame. So we're here to serve as a conduit for divine source messages that will aid to guide us all, both collectively and as conscious individuals. Okay, now I'm just going to focus on breathing. Thank you so much. I'm just going to, you all know about my magic spray. If you watched last week, I can chat to you about that at any time. Just calling in the highest and divine vibration of love, and only the highest vibration of love, into this reading, for myself, for each and every one of you, and for anyone else that's concerned with your life within this reading. We are only focusing on, yeah, the higher form of love. With that said, I'm just going to go right in, my beautiful people, and see what comes up for us this week. I'm so excited, because obviously I can think about all of the energy that we're in and things like that. I can sort of prepare for that, but what the cards are going to say to us today, there's no preparing for. I mean, I've just go in with a positive energy here and see what comes up for us. Okay, the cards, come on. So, there we go. Is there? Oh, a whole bunch. No, I didn't want a whole bunch. I'm just going to go again. Okay, let me just get these away shuffled. At some point I will be setting up an Instagram page and various other accounts to make sure I stay in touch with everyone and make sure everybody gets the email. Also worth mentioning is if you're not like actually got a YouTube account yourself, it is free. There's no catch there. You can open a YouTube account and then you can enjoy joining in on the different channels for chatting with people and things like that, and I'd like to encourage that. Any time that you've watched me you can like, so do that as well. Please do like and subscribe, and please share. That way more and more people get to share in the messages and join our little soul tribe that we're starting here. It's so exciting. Well, I'm going to go with this. They tell me to go here. So, yeah. Our mental and emotional states, air. Our mental states, air. Our emotional states, water, yeah. Our drive, yeah, fire. And our earth, there, okay. What's coming up? Okay. Okay. Six of Swords, Chariot, Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, okay. Loving it. Okay. Six of Swords. This is where our mental states are at the minute, collectively and individually for some of us, especially some of us who are watching this right now. The Six of Swords is all about yearning for peace after a battle. So I'm just thinking of another tarot card that displays this rather differently, and I'll explain it to you because it does help get the message of this energy across. It's got like a lady with her back turned looking out over water, and on the ground around her there are 6 swords, and it's an indicator that yes, there's been a battle, yes, it's been a very trying time, but the battle is actually over. All of the swords have fallen on the floor. Okay, the battle is done, and her back is turned and she's looking out over the water, and you can just feel the energy of her body language. You know, her shoulders are rigid and set and her arms are folded, and she's yearning for peace, because where she is now and where she's been has been nothing but a turmoil and a battle. Okay, so this is applied to our mental states. This is what we're yearning for. It has been turmoil, it has been a battle, and I gotta be honest with you, in the last week, that's the other thing I was going to mention. So we've moved from the first crescent of the moon into the second part of the moon, which is coming up to half moon tonight. And so last week was all about the new and setting intentions, but this week has been all about, and I warned this at the end of the last one, I believe, as well. This week's all more about overcoming the obstacles, overcoming the challenges, and you will feel that in this energy. You will definitely feel like you're up against, you've got to push a bit more, you've got to put a bit more effort in. And often that battle is, in the element of air within ourselves, is within the mind. You know, especially when we've been having to sort of battle with that energy for so long, when we've been having to sort of, I want to say mentally kick ourselves at the backside, you know. I think these days especially, a lot of us sort of self-shrink ourselves a little bit, or reach out to friends and loved ones as well. Is always a good thing to do, to reach out to people, always if you're struggling. But so many of us these days have sort of got that knack of sort of being your own sort of, you know, drill sergeant almost, I want to say, and getting your ass in, getting this done, getting that done, staying positive. And it's a fight. It feels like a fight sometimes, but this is an indicator that that fight is actually done now. The swords are on the ground, and it's just that pause while we're looking out and we're wanting peace and we're wanting things to come easier and for this to be less of a battle. And do you know what? It is coming. That's what that energy is all about. It's about knowing and understanding that these peaceful times will come. It's a very positive mantra. We're not in them yet, maybe we still feel like we're in the thick of things. Like I say to you, the Scorpio moon's hanging about for another day, so that will still feel like a pretty deep dive emotionally and mentally. But you know, the peaceful times are coming. Sagittarius is coming in a couple of days' time, and Sagittarius is such a light-hearted, vibrant, refreshing energy. So it's just about hanging in there with this, I feel, at the minute. As we go into our area of water, emotions. Okay, we've got the Chariot. I'm sure we had the Chariot last time. I feel like we had the Chariot last time, but I'll have to check, okay? Because obviously I look at a lot of cards in the space of a week. But I'm sure you will all remember it better than I do. But I feel like we had this card last week, but it's come out this time in the area of emotions. And it's all about, I love it, I love the Chariot. It's literally about just deciding to go in another direction, a more positive direction. You know, sometimes what's that saying, follow the path of least resistance? It's like that, but it's even more than that. It's more like, don't just follow the path of least resistance, follow the path that's actually going to bring you joy. Follow the path that's like pulling you. It's not even about following the path is sort of pulling you even. It's something very positive, it's a very positive energy, it's something that you can move forward, it's about confidence. Whatever path you've decided to allow yourself to be pulled along there with, it's something that's giving you confidence, it's something that's a bright, fresh new direction. And it's something that once you've decided with that energy. Once you've decided you were going to go there, wherever that is for you, it's not a lot that can stop it or mess it up, you know. It's that powerful. It really truly is. Very often the depiction here, and I think, yeah, on this one you can see, yeah, we did get the Chariot last time, I remember now, it's all come back to me. There's not even any reins on this Chariot, if you can see, because it doesn't need them. That's part of the message. It's just that he's decided to get in it and go, and it's going. And as soon as you've decided that sorry about my hand there, that energy just shifts and off you go. So it's about making a decision often as well. It's about choosing, okay, and being confident with your choices. There was something else I was going to say with that then. Oh yeah, just anyone watching this on a on a personal level, I'm feeling a resonance. You're like, you know, if you are taking this at a personal level, like we always say as tarot readers, just take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. You'll know what resonates with you because it's a feeling that can't be described. This card also can stand for some of you out there may be experiencing difficulties with a vehicle or something of that nature. Okay, you might have a car, van, vehicle off the road. You might be taking driving lessons. You might be thinking of buying a new car or selling a car or something of that nature when this comes up on a practical level. But this is more how it manifests there, you know, in the practical everyday. Won't be surprised if a few of you got back to me with that one this week, yeah. Let's just move on to the beautiful Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands energy, absolutely love. And Queen of Wands has been sort of on my mind this week because I've sort of started to see where this energy has manifested in my life over different little spurts in my life. And when it has, oh boy, it's fantastic. It's super magnetic. It's the Queen of Wands. It's come up here in the area of fire, which is all about our willpower, our creativity, our drive, our initiative to get things done, enterprise, entrepreneurial, you know, all of that kind of energy. That's what this area is about. And we couldn't have had a nicer queen to show up in that reading and help us along. It's her own element. She is in fact a Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands. So she's popped up there in her own element to show us that, you know, I'm sure last week as well, this was feeling very unbalanced. But now you see, this is how it goes. This week, this element feels very balanced. Queen of Wands is very, very much at home in this area of fire that we're reading, in our willpower, creativity and drive. This queen can manifest anything, great things that symbolise, usually she's got sunflowers around her. It's a symbol of abundance, it's a symbol of potency and all of those things, and fire. All of the queens manifest in the tarot, but this particular queen is the most magical one of all. She's literally the one that has the magic wand. And the lesson here is, so for instance, the Queen of Pentacles can make something grow out of very little, but this energy allows us to seemingly, and I say seemingly because nothing is ever that simple in real life, we know, create abundance out of nothing. It's that powerful. Just out of her sheer will, her creativity, her natural passion, and self-confidence. Again, it's a very confident energy, this is. If this was representing a person, it's often an Aries, Leo, a Sagittarius. Could be anyone, mind, but it's somebody presenting these kinds of energies, okay? We've also got Cancerian here as well. This card's represents Cancer in the tarot deck, so I'm going to talk to you about that later, what signs are popping up for me as I'm going along. Let's just go along with this. I'll just shelve that a minute and come back to it for you. Excuse me if you can hear my belly rumbling. I haven't had my breakfast yet. Five of Wands. Okay, that's come up there in the Earth section. I feel like we had this last week as well, Five of Wands. Excuse me. excuse me so much. I just need to take a sip of water before I talk about this. This energy is quite intense. Okay, Five of Wands. It's been coming up a lot this week, actually, for people in their readings. I feel like a lot of people have had this energy. This is showing up in Earth. This is showing up in the day-to-day happenings that we've been experiencing and are going to continue to experience for the next couple of days. It feels like there is quite a lot of drama and conflict around when we get the Five of Wands. And when we apply that to the collective, I mean, seriously, I know some of you guys, very much like myself, with your attitudes to what's going on out there at the minute. There's a lot of psychological warfare going on. There's a lot of people nobody's entirely sure about the decisions they're making at the minute, I feel. I mean, the whole world globally, I mean, all the issues that we're facing, okay, without getting too deep into any of that. I think you all know what I'm getting at, the sorts of things that we're all having to look at in the news and that we're having to deal with in attitudes with various people and on social media and whatever. And there is so much drama there and so much conflict there. But at the same time, that energy is like reminding us that with the Five of Wands, it always feels worse than it is, I want to say, as well, when you're in it. Okay, and how I help people to understand this energy is, okay, it's a 5. It's not a 10, okay? On the drama scale, it's a 5. Still not very nice when you're in it, and will feel like a 10. Will feel like a 10 if you're stuck in one of those ridiculous psychological warfare kind of arguments that's going on at the minute. Especially if it's coming from somebody you care about. But it is only a 5 in reality. It feels like a 10 when you're in it. I'll totally back that up, but it is actually only a 5. And also it's a wand. It's not a sword. It's not a sword. So what I say to people here to sort of get perspective on it is, you know, we're only hitting each other with sticks. We're not stabbing each other with swords. It's still not very nice. It's still a fair bit of drama and conflict, but it's not half as bad as you think it is or feels like it is either when you get this energy, okay? It's still something that we can overcome. It's still something that we can rise above when we've got a Five of Wands, okay? The power is still within us to actually find peace, and that's what this energy is all about. This card actually, these set of cards actually got the mantra, and this one actually says, I stand my ground and look for peace. There you go. Okay, and that's what it's about. It's about while all around you, it's about while all around us is in a drama and in a conflict and people are arguing about ridiculous things and hating on each other for different opinions. Everybody's made the choices they've made at the time they've made them. And, you know, if you've made the right choice for you with the information that you had at the time, then you've done the right thing. And I think that's the attitude we need to integrate the whole SHIT storm going on out there, you know. We can still rise above this. We can still... So if you have been experiencing any of those sorts of attitudes, of differences of opinion, of world issues and things like that, people winding each other up with it, please bear in mind that a lot of that is just put upon us by the powers that be, by the media, to stir us up. And I feel that is very Five of Wands. If you allow yourself to, you'll end up feeling more like you're in a 10 of Swords. You know, you're in a Five of Wands. You can still look for peace in a Five of Wands. You can still look for peace, but you need to stand your ground. You can stand your ground, you can have your opinion, and it can be different from somebody else's opinion. The drama and conflict doesn't need to be there with the Five of Wands. That's what it's teaching us. It's teaching us that we can have these differences, and yes, life can, you know, there's always going to be drama and there's always going to be conflict, but we can still always look for peace too. So I think that's a really lovely energy after the whole week and the way it's been, to be honest with you. And like I say, I hope you're all picking up on this as well, where I'm coming from, because I do feel like this is very much for me to share with you guys and to connect with you guys and to bring some healing in. That's what it is all about, this channel. But I can see that we're on it together as well, yeah. And I felt quite moved by this week, this last week, and I feel very moved by it again, actually. I'm very humbled. Thank you for sticking with me if you're still here. I just aim to improve every week a little bit at a time, and I know you guys are going to help me, and I know you guys are going to stick with me, and we're going to grow and learn together. So let's expand this reading a little bit. Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, something flipped. Something wants to come out. What's this? Oh, interesting. So we're clarifying Six of Swords. We've expanded this, and it's gone straight onto the Seven of Swords. Very interesting. 7 following 6. Now they are swords, so okay. Wow, you could not, like, how would you like me to receive these? You cannot write this, my darlings, okay? We've taken the Chariot there. You've seen this with your own eyes. There's no rehearsal. There's no tricks here, okay? This is just... We've drawn the Chariot again out of a completely different pack. This is Spirit actually screaming at us, and in the same position. And in the same position. That is so powerful. We've got a double Chariot power there. And that's perhaps what we need, where we've got this extra sword coming in. So... yes, there's dramas. Yeah, got these swords coming in, got these wand in. But you know what? This is what happens to the universe. It's like it's going, you know, yeah, there has to be, yeah, there is all this conflict. But you know what? You've got this energy too. You've got double Chariot. You can, so you're being looked after is what I'm trying to say. Yes, this feels, why? But then, look, you are being looked after, you, okay, if you choose to take that energy and take that healing. Now, let's go again with them. I'm just going to give them a little bit of a... okay. Here's... just bear with me a minute, my peeps. Sometimes I go a little bit quiet while something's formulating. I hope you're going to enjoy this one as much as you all enjoyed the last one. I certainly enjoyed it. And like I say, I've been overwhelmed that I've been able to connect with people and that we can all heal together here now. Okay, I'm just going to go from there, okay. 10 of Wands. Prince of Cups, lovely. Okay, nice energy. Okay. This is coming through for me very, very clearly now. This is a 7 of Swords following the 6 of Swords in our area of mental powers, state of minds and whatever. This one's the 7 of Swords. I'll show you it. Okay. This is from the Thoth Tarot. Okay. It does stand for futility. It does stand for... and again, like I say, I want to speak about the trauma here, because there is trauma here mentally. For the 7 of Swords to come up just after the 6, this is showing us that, yeah, we're looking for peace. Like I've already explained, yeah, we understand that this battle is over and that we can choose peace and that we're looking forward to that. But then the 7 have come in to clarify, and to me that's a little bit like, you know, we're not playing down how bad this was, okay? For an extra sword to come in to remind me, okay, we're not playing down how bad this has been. It's been bad. We're not belittling it. We're honouring it, okay? It's been tough. It couldn't have been more mentally tougher, really, you know? It's also, I feel, with the 7 of Swords, it's a warrior's card. It's like a wounded warrior who's almost at the battle line, okay? I always get this energy around the 7 of Swords. It's that kind of like, whatever the battle is for you, whatever war you feel, or conflict you feel you're having, whether it's in your own mind, whether it's with events around you or actual situations, it always feels like that warrior who's sort of like, he's watched people fall to the right and to the left of him in slaughter here. and he's had to slaughter himself maybe, you know, as well to get as far as he have, and he's still carrying the standard, he's still carrying the banner, and he's edging forward in one of those old school sort of battle sort of scenes you see, you know, and he's edging forward, and the finish line, victory's almost in sight. It's almost in sight. If you give up now, everything will have been for waste. If you give up now, it would have, if he stops now, you know, it never, you know he's not going to stop now. He feels like he's going to stop. Circumstances might throw things at him so as it feels like he might have no choice but to stop and give up, and it'll all be futile. But he's not going to. This is a big energy coming in of I always feel like it's a wounded warrior right almost at the end of a battle. That kind of energy, whatever you're going through. So if you're not at the end of it, as we've already discussed with the Six of Swords, okay, if you're watching this reading then and you're going, well, I'm not, I know what you're saying, Tash, but I'm not at the end of that battle. This battle is still very real, very alive, and very brutal right now. I understand. That's why we've been shown the Seven of Cards. That's for you, whether that is, okay. You're not quite back, you know, we want to bring it down to 6, we want to bring it back down to the Ace of Swords, we don't want to go up with this, you know, so it's like, we're going to bring you back down to this 6, my darlings. It's going to happen, okay, this is going to happen. You're going to hang in there, you're going to hang in there to the last, and by hook or crook you're going to be victorious. This has been bloody hell for somebody, but you've got that warrior spirit. You don't give up, you don't surrender, okay? You keep going. You're just about to smash it. You're just about to make a breakthrough and turn a corner there. And never feel like you're alone either, because I feel with that energy, it is a very lonely energy. You're not alone, okay? You keep going. There's that, my darlings, okay? Now, that is very a difficult energy, let's just say that, okay? Okay, and we're grateful, we're grateful to Spirit, we're grateful for all of the lessons that we learn. You know, if you think of again, like a warrior energy, you know, a warrior is full of scars. He's full of scars, he or she, they're full of scars. Every scar there will tell a story of how strong you've been, okay? How strong you've been, how you've carried yourself and continued with integrity throughout life. I feel very emotional. I'm going to move on. I'm just picking up some very strong emotion there. We're going back now. Like I said, this is fantastic. So yeah, Spirit is showing us, you know, yeah, this has been bloody terrible. But, you know, we're coming in here now with a double Chariot energy. I mean, this never happens. So this is coming into our heart again. This is very much about the heart chakra, the Chariot, and Cancerian energy. This is, like I've already explained, it's all about you deciding that you're going to go in a direction that's like so much better for you. Not just so much better, like so much easier, like that is actually pulling you. You'll know what I'm talking about, whatever that is. Once you've made the mind up to go in that direction, there's going to be nothing that can stop it. You will find that life just, things fall into place because you're doing the right thing now that you're supposed to be doing, yeah? So for this to come up again, a double Chariot. It's like a double Chariot has turned up. Also, I feel like it's a second chance for somebody here. Somebody in particular here watching this reading at any time, never mind what sign you are, may feel like you've missed that opportunity. Okay, you may feel like, yeah, there was something that I should have just gone with or allowed, you know, to take me forward in life or take me in a different direction in life, but you didn't. For whatever reason, there's no, you know, there's no point in over-analysing that. We can, you know, let's be present, let's be in the present moment and understand that you still have that choice, whoever that is. You can still pick up that thread in life, you can still find that energy that's going to find you and drag you along. I mean, this Chariot card is lovely as well. Look at this. I mean, this Chariot card, I mean, never mind this, he's not even holding onto the reins. He's sitting in like a kind of a weird yoga position in a suit of armour. I know. the wonderful world of magic. Look at this. You know, and it's like he's understanding that he's going forward, and he's understanding that he's part of this whole. Really want you to absorb this energy for sure. I mean, all of us need to absorb this energy. It feels like we're being pulled, okay? Like we're being pulled in a certain direction that's so right for us that we may have hesitated before, but there's always another chance there. It's about being confident, it's being bold and allowing it to happen, okay? Just allowing yourself to be taken along by that energy. Fantastic things will come of it, I assure you. Right, next we have beautiful Prince of Cups. Come up with the Queen of Wands there to keep her company. In the fire section, all about now creativity and willpower. Again, this guy here, Prince of Cups. In a lot of tarot, this would be the Knight of Cups. All of the knights are about forward moving action. All of the princes are about forward moving action, taking action. Very, very Chariot actually, or very applicable for post Chariot energy there, or inter Chariot energy. He's all the knights are about taking action and about moving forward. That's what these princes are about. Okay, the Prince of Cups. This is about emotions as well. This is about moving forward from a place of emotional stability. Okay, going towards a goal. Very, very. It's very. You're clearly moving towards a goal that you've decided that's for you. Okay. Or you're going to have a better, sort of bit of a better look at. But you're coming from it. It is very heart-based. It's come up in fire with the Queen of Wands. So on top of that beautiful Queen of Wands, magnetism, magic that we have at the minute going on for us, in our seat of creativity and power, okay, we've also got this beautiful Prince of Cups energy. And he is a very, true heart. A true heart that moves forward with emotional stability, a lot of confidence again. For some of you here, somebody here on a personal level, this feels a lot like either you're thinking of making quite a bold move towards somebody romantically, or they are making a move towards you. Now, I always say, the cards are not really gender specific, although it does help to know for people in a reading if it is a male or female energy at the same time. This is usually a water sign as well. This is usually Cancer, or Scorpio, or Pisces. Don't forget we're in the Scorpio moon as well, so no wonder this card is showing up. I don't know if it is actually ruled by Scorpio, this one, but I feel it's got that kind of Scorpionic energy about it intuitively. And what did I say to you about the words that come into my head when we're in a Scorpio energy is deep dive? Well, this is what I mean. Here we go. So this is what I'm saying. Intuitively, to me, this is the Scorpio energy, because look at his chariot, or wherever it is. It's a kind of chariot. Look, it's got a creature on there with some kind of wings, yeah, and a lot of water around him. And does he not look like he's either coming into a deep dive or just coming out of a deep dive even? Okay, emotionally, yeah. I hope you understand what I'm getting at you. I've never really looked at that card. I've thought that as well, so I know that is something for us. That is definitely an insight. I mean, this looks like a bird of prey that he's sort of riding like a horse, and there's just water all around, and they're diving forward into it. He's also carrying a cup, because he is, after all, a Prince of Cups. And within that cup, I don't know if you can see, but there's a snake, and a snake is a fascinating animal symbol. It's all about regeneration. It's all about actually shedding your old skin, okay? You're done with that now. You've grown out of that now. and growing into a new skin. You've regenerated. We talked about this last week. There's whole new versions of ourselves out there waiting to be stepped into, okay? You know, the dimensions have shifted and we're part of it, and we're continuing to be part of it. This has blown me away a little bit, this deep dive thing that I've sort of felt and been shown. And is he not deep diving? I mean, that, yeah, you're with me. I know you are. Okay. Again, it's like it's saying, don't be afraid to do that. If you're feeling emotionally stable, right, and you're feeling attracted to somebody, all right, and you feel like you're in the right place to make that move, make that move. Life is short, you know. If it works out, if it doesn't work out, sometimes, do you know what? It doesn't matter to half the fun. Yeah, I want to say that as well. There's a sort of a light-hearted sort of, there's half the fun just putting it out there, because that's what life's all about, is just gaining experiences and making connections with people, and all of those kinds of things. I feel like there's a lot coming through you, more than I expected. But to be honest with you, I do read a lot better as the moon gets fuller, and we are nearly up to half now, so the energy feels very, very strong today. Just let me drink my water. What else is coming up there? There might even be an attraction here between, I want to say a fire sign and a water sign, which sounds like intuitively like a bit of a clash, but like those of us who understand these things know that it's not as simple as that. Everyone has different balances of all the elements within their chart anyway. But I feel like primarily here, this is an attraction between a fire sign and a water sign. I'm just going to leave that out there for you. And so I do feel like somebody watching this is going to say, yeah, yeah, okay. Let me just... Let's see. Okay, this is interesting. This is coming through quite strongly now. Okay, this feels like an attraction between two people, and it's a fire sign and a water sign, and I'm being shown this now very, very clearly. I feel like the fire sign is going to, whether the fire is, you know, whatever gender, whatever's going on in this relationship, I feel like the fire sign is actually going to put up a little bit of a block to this energy coming from this water sign. I'm not saying it to put the water sign off, I'm just saying it to sort of forewarn you. I think you should go for it actually, even though you might get a bit of a wall up at first, okay, because they're just showing me a hand out here like this, okay, and that's for a reason why I'm being highlighted there. And if you put them together, and she did come out first, so she's actually going no. Alright, but I don't feel like she's going no, never, or oh no, never in a month of Sundays or sort of thing. She's doing it in a very, there's still an attraction there, there's still a bond there. It's just like she's going, no, not right now, but thanks anyway, I want to say. But this night here, I feel like he's got in quite deep. And this could be female as well, but I feel like it is water energy. Somebody's got in a little bit deep, and they've already sort of come towards this person, and this person is sort of not, I wouldn't say she or he, this fire sign is not feeling it. It's just they're not in a space where they are able to accommodate a relationship right now, I feel. So there's like a hand up to it. There's like a smile and a welcome in the heart, but there's an energy there of reciprocation, but there's also a hand up going, I can't do this right now for whatever reason. Okay, somebody out there is going to know what I'm talking about there for sure. That's come through very, very strong for somebody. Now, what we got here, I'm drinking so much water today. Oh, the Ten of Rods. Okay. Well, it's interesting that we had the discussion about the Five of Rods coming up in the element of earth, what's going on around us, and that there's all this drama and conflict and psychological warfare going on, okay? And I did say, on drama scale, it could be worse, it could be 10, okay? And it could be worse, it could be swords. What's happened is, it's showing us that, well, for some, it is a 10, but it's still not a sword. But it's still not a sword, okay? When it gets to the 10, this is more about, rather than conflict, the 10 of Wands is more about burdens. This is where these conflicts and these kinds of psychological games that we have played on us by the media and all the rest of it, and if we're not careful, we end up playing them with each other. This is where all of that sort of starts to become a burden. The Ten of Wands is about burdens. It's about carrying something that you shouldn't have to be carrying. It's about carrying something that feels like it's backbreaking for you. You cannot move for it, is the energy. You cannot move for it, but you have to keep dragging this burden. Yeah. All of this psychological warfare in the media, all around us, does feel like that. It has become a burden. It's gone on for long enough. And I mean, that's another energy that comes up here, is this is because it's gone on long enough. Excuse me, there's Mr. Milo for all of you. Oh, Mr. Milo has just joined in with that. You've said it's enough, okay? We've carried this burden of conflict and of psychological drama for long enough. When we get the 10, the good thing here is showing us that that's as bad as it will get now, okay? We can put that down. We can choose to put that down. We can choose not to engage in those kinds of attitudes. We can choose not to exacerbate the things that are already on fire out there, you know? And we'd be wise to do it when we get this energy, because it is actually showing us that although we might, you know, part of us mentally, we still feel like we're in this warrior energy. And by God, it's brutal and it's bloody. But the reality is, manifesting here in earth, is that it is over. The burden is over. We're home. We can put that burden down now. We've carried it for so long. Okay? It's time to put it down. Take a big deep breath, because this kind of nonsense, this kind of energy is over. More and more people are learning. More and more people are waking up. More and more people are concerned with improving themselves and sharing that with each other and helping each other. More and more people are understanding that we're intelligent enough to have a choice. Okay, that we don't have to engage in those behaviours, and that we can put these burdens down. I feel like it's reaching a tipping point on the collective out there, to be honest with you. But, you know, whatever, this is how we bring that tipping point about. Yes, by engaging in the world, and yes, by speaking up for what you believe in and standing up for your rights and people power and all of those things which I wholeheartedly believe. But it's also about what you're doing in your personal life. It's also about what you're doing on a personal day-to-day level, because that's the only place where we've really got any control or power. Okay, so you can continue to drag this burden that doesn't even need to be dragged anymore. Nobody cares that you're dragging it or not. You're just making life hard for yourself by engaging in those attitudes, by focusing on the drama instead of focusing on a solution. Or you can, you know, say, yeah, you know, back to Five of Wands here. Let's bring it back to that. Let's look for peace. Let's realise that this can be risen above, that there is a choice, and you can stand back from any conflict at all and look for a peaceful solution. The minute we do that, things conspire to help us out, you know. It wakes other people up. If we all just carry on the way it's been going, I mean, yeah, that's just too depressing for any of us to even consider exactly. So let's look for peace here, okay? This has been a really intense reading, and I feel like it's gone a lot. Like, the energy's been so different like the same but different to the last one, and it's always going to be like that. It's going to be, to me, it's endlessly fascinating, and I hope some of you have enjoyed it at least half as much as I have and are able to understand what I'm getting. If anyone has any thing that they'd like to add or questions or anything at all like that, please contact me. My email address is on the Facebook page. You can leave me comments in the box below. Many of you will just give me a call or get in touch in any way you can as well. I know they're supporting me. I feel like I want to expand this reading more today, because the thing with these readings is I do want to keep them very fluid. I never want to be in an energy where I'm fighting with myself to do this. It has to flow. It's part of the teaching that I'm trying to share and trying to understand myself. It's about the flow of life, not a fight with life. To flow with these energies that we find ourselves a part of and mixed up with, instead of sort of making them work for us instead of against us. So you might find that I'll do it on a Saturday one week, a Sunday one week. Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of a wobble there with time for me. Also, I guess explain that's part of the lesson of working with the lunar energies. So obviously I don't want to take up all your sweet precious time as well and make it a super long reading, but I feel like sometimes it's going to be a bit longer than other times. So this is one of those times, because I'm being screamed at to have a look at some more cards and expand this reading further. Okay, so I'm going in, my darlings. I hope you're staying with me. I know somebody is. Let's see. Let's go back to my old trustees here and see what there's something here that wants to come up. Okay, this sounds really weird now. I'm just being shown somebody is having a boiled egg. It might just be because I'm feeling a little bit angry. I don't actually eat eggs anymore. I've just been shown somebody like slicing the top of a boiled egg. I don't know if that will represent. I don't feel like that's showing me as a symbol. I feel like that is just somebody as actually just thinking about doing themselves a boiled egg, or has just eaten one, or has just literally sliced the top off one. Let's see what comes out here. If that was you, if that does resonate with you, please pay attention. There's definitely something in this reading for you. That's the way your spirit guides work, to show me those things. Okay, or your higher self. We'll have a chat about all of that another day, or whatever you prefer to think of it as. Okay, this is super interesting, guys. Look who's popped up here in the air area. In our mental area, the Queen of Rods. She's made a double appearance, but this time she's popped up. She popped up in fire the last time, the first time round actually, and now she's popping up in the element of air, in our thoughts, in our mental processes. You can't have too much Queen of Wands energy, and it's really interesting that this energy's just been on my mind this week. I can't explain. I've just had like a moment of being able to see where she's weaved in and out of my life, and how that has how that energy coming into me has massively helped things to grow up nothing. Again, I'm going to reiterate all of the qualities of the Queen of Wands, but I'm going to apply it to the area of our mental powers. So this is very creative. I mean, it sits perfectly in the area of fire there. Creativity, willpower, drive. This lady's got it in oodles and oodles, okay? She will often be quite an artistic person, very, very fond of animals, very, very fond of nature, like to a point of where some people think it's a bit daft, I want to say. Also, nobody's fool, okay? Nobody's fool. Will stand up for herself, will draw a boundary, natural boundary drawer, knows exactly where her own boundary is. A lot of us struggle with that from time to time, I think. Especially when there's turmoil going on, we struggle with understanding what our boundary needs to be and where it needs to be, and who else perhaps around us needs to understand that. But this energy, this Queen, she's got no problems at all. She naturally knows where her boundaries should be and sets them. It's not even a thing for her. It's just, this people just naturally respect her. They're magnetised to that quality, yeah. She has so much respect for herself and others and the world around her that she can't help but magnetise a huge amount of respect for herself. This is fantastic energy. It's very healing after what we were shown earlier with the 6 and 7 of swords, which nearly brought me into a bit of tears there when I was reading those earlier, because that is some heavy mental anguish somebody's going through. This queen popping up now, this is why I've been asked to expand this reading. Somebody needed this, okay? This queen has popped up. She's not just you. She's not just in our area where we're looking at our willpower. She is helping us with these mental battles, these anxieties, these circumstances that have been given us in life that we didn't have no choice in, that we are having to battle with. You didn't choose this battle even, you know, but you're in this battle. And that is life, my darlings. It really is. But she's shown up there. That energy is showing up within you, okay? I don't want you to think of these characters as separate deities in any sense. I want them to think of you as part of you, okay? Because that's what they actually are. This energy showing up in yourself is all about you going, yeah, I am this wounded warrior. Yeah, there is chaos around and I have to continue to push forward. And you know what? I will. Because what a fantastic skill set that would be for a soldier, actually, or a warrior, if you think of it as an analogy. If they could actually just, like, at will, naturally understand where a boundary needs to be, what needs to be defended, what needs to be cut away, what needs to be taken in a different direction. You'd be like some kind of super warrior, is what I want to say. And that's what I feel somebody is becoming here. I feel like the circumstance, it's been terribly tough, and it's been through no choice of your own. You've had to fight these battles. But this energy you're coming in, this Queen of Wands energy, whether you're a man or a woman, and like I say, don't think of it as a separate deity, think of it as part of it. Allow these energies to rise within yourself. What a fantastic skill set. You'd be like some kind of super warrior, you know. And that's what you are, and that's what I'm seeing you, and that's what you're becoming with every breath. And as soon as I've thought that as well, it's like I'm being shown, I'm lifted. I feel actually a lot lighter. You might have noticed my voice has slightly changed here as well. Now I can feel it in myself. This vibration has slightly changed, just with the knowledge and the reassurance of, oh yeah, I am a warrior in a battle. Oh yeah, I didn't choose this battle, but you know what? I'm also a natural at knowing exactly what to do about it. Okay? So yeah, you're tired, yeah, you're fed up of being in this energy, but if you allow this energy to rise within yourself, I think you're going to find the way ahead a whole lot easier for a long time to come. It's going to change you. It's going to change you, and it's going to turn you, you know, it's going to level you up. I'm just going to show you a close-up image of this one in particular, because she is very beautiful, very inspiring, and just absorb her gorgeous energy. She's wearing a rune there as well. I'm not sure what that one stands for. I don't know why I've got it popping into my head. I'm not like an expert of runes. I've looked at them a little bit and whatever, but I think that one does actually stand for fertility. I think it's Fihu. I might be wrong. If anyone knows what it is, get in touch. Let's share. Let's expand all this knowledge. But I feel like it is anyway. I'm being shown Fihu, which is a rune of abundance. Nothing can stop you once you've smashed forward with that warrior combined with the Queen of Rods energy, whatever it is that you're going through, okay? Nothing. I mean nothing. And on top of that, you've got abundance coming. You know, once you're through this is going to clear the way for that abundance to come towards you, whether it's an abundance of health, love, friends, physical abundance, you know, all of the things that make life worthwhile and the flow of life. Okay, we're going to move forward now. There's very, very strong energy. This is 7 of discs. Another 7. I've got 2 7s here. We'll talk about that in a minute. Seven of Discs is about hard work. It's about, excuse me, sometimes when I get this, it's like, I want to say it's very often comes up in sort of people's work readings and things like that, and it comes up when something's just become too tedious, when something's become soul destroying, but you're still stuck in a rut with it. That's the kind of energy that this is all about. Now it's come up with that double Chariot in the area of the heart, yeah, the emotions water area. Chariot, very watery card, perfectly in its own element there. But now this is showing us as well that there does need to be an understanding of, yes, this Chariot, this energy is pulling us on this new direction, and that new direction is going to open up all these doors and opportunities for us. But be prepared, because it won't come without a bit of hard work. And I heard this somewhere the other day, and I can't remember for the life of me where or what it was, now one of the things I'm following. But somebody was trying to get across the point of, and it stuck with me and now it's come back again. It was about hard work. Right, at the minute, okay, the world is in such turmoil, and everybody, like a lot of us feeling like we're having to start again or start from scratch, or think of something completely different. Yeah, we're all trying to rebuild the world a bit at a time here, and we're all trying to rebuild our own little worlds as well at the same time. But it sort of came up in the context of, if you're willing to work really hard right now, the energies right now, that's what it was an astrologer, it's come back to me now, there we are, I'll share this with you now. It was an astrologer that I follow, and he was saying, you know, the energies that we're under right now, a lot of the energies that we're going through are going to feel quite difficult till about 2025, okay? But the good news about that is, the point he was getting across, and he got across to me anyway, was that if you are really willing to put in a little bit of extra work right now, on the other side of 2025, you are going to reap so much reward for it. And the good news about that is, a lot of people, I know this sounds really bad, but it was something that came across, and I feel like I need to share it with you guys, or somebody needs to hear it. You may have a lot of competition around you for whatever it is that you're doing or you're choosing to do with your life there, in your life work. But right now, because people are finding it really hard to muster that energy and to make that extra effort, if you can make any effort at all, it will be even more, it'll seem like more effort than it is, if that makes sense. Okay? You'll get more benefit out of it than you would have. So any work that you're putting in now, up to 2025, to make life better for yourself in the future on this new life path you're going on, will seem like you've worked really hard. And if you have worked really hard, it'll seem like you've worked incredibly hard. Not as in depleting you, as in filling your cup up with abundance on the other side of this. So it will pay off, is what I'm saying. And this came across very, very strongly to me, and I feel like this really applies here to all of us, and possibly to somebody in particular. Whatever it is that you're thinking of doing on that new life path you're going on, if you put in some work, you're going to get paid for hard work. If you put in hard work, you're going to get paid for super hard work. If you put in super hard work, the sky is the limit here, but you might not really start to see it until the next few years, okay? So it's about gritting your teeth and getting on with it. If you look at the energy here with this guy, he looks totally fed up, and we all know that feeling when you're stuck in work or you're stuck doing a task that you don't particularly enjoy, but you have to keep doing it, and it's all a little bit, oh, you know, what you know, he's clock watching, he's, you know, it's that kind of energy, you know. If you can understand that it is hard work, be prepared for that, but the value of it further down the road, I mean, the double chariots wouldn't be rocking up to pull you in that direction if there wasn't something in there for you. So don't give up, hang in there, have patience, have endurance. It's about endurance. Don't be afraid of hard work, I suppose, as well. Don't be afraid of it, because it will pay off. It absolutely will, with a bit of patience, and a bit of you know, belief in yourself, and on those sorts of things, it is going to start to pay off for sure. Coming now, right. So we got the Prince of Cups and the Queen of Wands there, they were in the area of fire for us. And then lo and behold, look who's popped up there now. It's the King of Cups. So it's just like the more mature version of the Knight of Cups, or the Prince of Cups, really, yeah. So again, very similar energy, very, very grounded emotionally, very stable, very mature. This is somebody who's learned a lot of harsh emotional life lessons, a lot of heart lessons, has integrated the shadow, has integrated that, and it's very much their own emotional anchor in life, if that makes sense as well, which I feel you need to be, especially if you're going to come forward like this Knight towards this Queen, you know, as we've said earlier on, somebody's thinking of making a move towards somebody here. Yeah, you're coming forward with that Knight energy, but what's behind it is this beautiful King, and he's actually matured from that Knight. He understands that this beautiful Queen he's pursuing, she might have her hand up like that for a very good reason, and he respects that. He respects her boundary, okay? He's so emotionally secure in himself, this King, that that's not a problem for him, you know? He's got that depth of patience, he's got that depth of character. It's a lovely blend of energies to have in our house, you know, in our area of creativity and drive and passion as well, because it's showing us that, yeah, while we've got all that fiery energy and we want to get things done and we want to manifest and grow all of these fantastic ideas and endeavours that we've got, we are actually doing it from a very, there's the energy to take it forward with the Knight or the Prince, but there's also so much depth and emotional stability here. I love this King, he's absolutely beautiful. I've always loved him. Look at him, you can see his expression. There's so much depth there. He's got quite a poetic soul, I feel, as well. And it is true poetry. It's the poetry of life. He breathes that sort of energy, you know. He needs it himself, and he puts it out there himself. And I feel like he's very anchored emotionally. Whatever. So if this was the personal one that I was picking up on, somebody's thinking of making a romantic gesture towards somebody, and you might at first sort of meet with a little bit of resistance, stay in your power, okay? Stay grounded, stay confident. At the end of the day, you are not seeking this relationship for outside emotional validation, because you are a person that's already super able to validate your own emotions. So it's not like a codependent emotional thing. It's more of a mutual respect and harmony that you're trying to manifest there. So if you do feel a little bit, you know, oh well, you know, you Tash, you told me to go forward and make the, and then she's you know, she or he has gone, oh no, actually I've got to draw a boundary here for now, sorry. Understand that you're strong enough. You're your own anchor, okay? You're your own anchor. There's no way that Queen's hand is going to come down until you prove that to her, in fact. And that's quite right as well, because this is somebody here who's all about being a complete person before they're actually, you know, you've got to do your emotional healing, but we don't. We all end up in different various circumstances or whatever. But the ideal is that we've done the work on ourselves and we're complete on an emotional level, and that we're strong enough on an emotional level that we're not needy in an emotional way, and then you attract a love that is grounded and balanced and complementary for yourself. So I feel like something very strong coming there through there for somebody. And then we've gone down to Earth again, come back down to Earth, and we've got Two of Swords in the area of Earth. Two of Swords, for what I see with the Two of Swords, it's a tricky energy. It can be about indecision, okay? It can be about conflict where you can't make your mind up over one thing over another. It's where the swords are crossed like this often. Is it this or is it this? In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you'll see a lady with a blindfold actually holding two swords across herself like that, with a little crescent moon behind her. it's about using your intuition, because you have to sometimes. Sometimes you've got to make a choice, and it's not an easy choice between this or that. And you can get stuck in that indecision and never make the choice, or procrastinate and deplete your energy that way. But what this energy is asking you to do is to actually tap into your intuition and just make the choice. Whatever choice you make then, don't procrastinate and look back and go, oh, if I'd done this, that. No, you made that choice. Stick to that choice. So you've made your bed, you're laying in it. It'll be the right choice. There'll be joy and wonder and lessons either way, in whichever side you choose, really. But also, that's one interpretation of it. But one of my insights that I've been shown with this card very often is, I want to say it's like a remember Touche Turtle? Where did that come from? I'm going back there now, show my age now. Touche Turtle away. It was that, somebody comes at sword fencing, somebody comes up on guard, and you've blocked, you've gone touche away. It's about that, I feel. It's about, you're not scared of the conflict. You're not scared of any of that kind of, especially after where you've been, with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. I mean, come on. One good thing about carrying obstacles and struggle in life is that it does make you very, very resilient and very, very strong. So somebody coming up now with a sword's nothing for you after you've just carried those 10 rods, you're on it. You've come back. You're able to defend your position, and you're able to do it in a way that isn't overly aggressive. And you can knock that opponent or that person that's coming towards you with that energy right off balance, which, is a peaceful solution as far as these kinds of energies go. Not that we would seek to go around knocking each other off balance in any sense, quite the opposite. But if somebody's coming towards you and their intention is to knock you off balance, or knock your confidence, or knock you off kilter, then do not think twice about putting your guard up and, as I say, touche turtle away. Because you will have the upper hand there, but you have to have that energy. It's no good sort of somebody coming towards you and they can't help themselves, they're going to have a go or have a jibe at you in some way or something like that. It's no good sort of nobody's cowering behind a shield here, it's not. It's just like not even a problem. It's like sorrow or something. It's like and it's done, and out the window you fly or whatever. You've got this very much so. My darlings, the time has flown and I've gone over an hour, so if anyone have stayed with me for this, I'd be so happy, and I hope that it's gone quickly for you as well. I'm amazed at how the energy has come together in this again. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Please continue to please continue to share every week. Please continue to leave me comments. All of the comments, that all helps. That all means more and more people will get to sharing this with us as well. I feel like there's more I want to say, but then that's really good, I feel, as well, because I will look forward to coming back and sharing with you again. In the meantime, just please take care of your beautiful selves. Please remember that I've always got your back. I always love you. Let's continue to try and find our balance in this crazy thing we call life. Okay, let's try and continue to support each other and move forward. Let's not engage in the psychological warfare. Let's rise above it. Let's go in the path of most joy that life is pulling us in, and be prepared for the hard work and the rewards that is bringing. Please let's continue to grow into maturity emotionally, okay, so that we can become a divine version of ourselves and find our divine counterpart, because fantastic, somebody out there. Thank you all so much. I'm going to leave it there. All the love and all the light.